All right, it looks like we are rolling. So let's get connected here, people. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just getting set up here, everybody. Thank you, hello, and welcome. As you can see, it is Wellness Wednesday. We're here again. We did it, people. Yes, it is a worldwide wellness show. Thank you very much for being here. And today it is open to everyone. And the idea is that you get free mini oracle readings. So all I'm doing is making a list of people who would like to have a reading now. And then your name will be here. Bhavya already wants one, okay? Mimi wants one. I see another person just arrived. Hold on. Yulia Sarbu over in Romania. Hello. Hello, Yulia. Wait, did somebody say Joe King is here? Hold on. Okay, I'm just checking the chat, people. Yulia Sarbu. I know you're in Romania. Linda wants one. Okay, let me get my red magic marker. Just stay there so I don't get too Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it straight onto your post-it note. Okay? Linda, we'll get you an oracle, okay? All right. So there you are. We got one for Linda. Hey, it's Pam Pam over in New Zealand. Wait a minute. Yeah, I got Julia. I got Getty. Yes. I got one for you, Linda, here. Okay? Pam Pam, good morning. Pam Pam, please drive responsibly. Okay? Oh, so we have a nice crowd already. So right now, just letting you know, guys, that my systems, everything over here is running really well. The computers, the cameras, the stages, the lighting, the internet is all clickety-click. Hold on, let me just check. Okay, well, Getty, just let me know. Type it in on the screen because you got here pretty early. So what I was going to say is if anybody wants an oracle reading and you're here early and the show is just starting and we don't have too many people here yet, this is the best time to get yourself in line here. So we've got Bhavya, we've got Mimi, we've got Linda, and I've got room for more, okay? I've got room for more readings. So this is the show today, people. Right now, it's Wellness Wednesday. And as you know, some of you have been here before. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hold on, let me just put this whole thing aside here. I need another clipboard. Okay, hold on. Don't go away. Just stay with me. Hold on. All right. You know, it's very hard for me to do these shows without my post-it notes and my clipboards, and I love making lists. So here it is. Let me explain it. I know some of you have been here before. Pam, you're in the office doing reports. Okay, that's safe. Good. Tarsem Singh. Okay, Tarsem Singh is jumping straight in, and you want a reading. Okay, Tarsem Singh. Hold on. Let me put your name on here. I love to see who people are and where they come from. Tarsem Singh. There we go. That's you, Tarsem. Emma Jones is here. Hello, Emma. And you want a reading? Yes. And you want the Romance Angels? Okay. Yes. Okay. Emma. Now, Emma wants... Tarsem Singh wants one. Okay, so that's good. We're doing pretty well, people. Thank you for showing up. And I just saw something else. Emma Jones wants one. Gosh, I should just put the name straight onto post-it notes, you know. And Mimi, I've got you on the list already. Mimi, you're right here. Look. That's you, Mimi, over there, right? And let's see. Tanya wants one. Tanya Jordan. Tanya Jordan wants an oracle. Okay, Tanya, you got one. Super duper. Now I'm going to explain in a little bit about the different decks that we have here. I'm offering 5. Okay, Esa Negrita Linda. Esa Negrita Linda. Okay. Got you. And you want one as well. Okay, Esa Negrita. I'm just going to put Esa Negrita. Okay. Okay, you got one. Super duper. We're just lining people up, okay? It's a little bit different from what we do on the Sunday show. On the Sunday show, we do lots of super chat, and you basically buy a reading, and it's a much more extensive reading. But today, we're just doing these oracles because it's a really fun way for Tarot Illumination to connect with more people and meet you guys from all over the world. I just love doing this with you. It's like, I can't help it. Oh, by the way, let me just check in here. Linda wants Romance Angels. Okay, let me make a note here. I'll just put a little heart by yours, okay? All right. So, as we get into this, Emma Jones wants Romance Angels. Okay, we got all of that. So what I was going to explain, some of you guys, you already know what's going to happen. I'm going to explain it anyway, okay? We're giving free oracle readings, but I try to cover different, energies that are with people. So I'm now offering these 5 decks. So a lot of the people that come to the Tarot Illumination channel, all right, Getty. All right, we'll get you one. All right, hold on. I know it's hard to resist. Getty, you're just going to get one, all right? Getty Schnickson. There you go. There's your magic post-it note right there, okay? There it is, okay? You know. I mean, it's free, you know? Why not? So what I'm offering is different decks. A lot of people who come to the channel are already like what you could call spiritually advanced, or they are advancing and they're growing. And what often happens is that when we go through, I guess, expanding your consciousness in terms of like spiritual awareness and things, it can actually become more and more difficult. People often think like, oh, I can't wait to become a yogi, or I'm going to become spiritually enlightened, and everything will be nice. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes the challenges just increase. So a lot of people who struggle with psychic expansion, extrasensory perception, high sensory perception, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, deep intuition, remote viewing, all of those things, if you're struggling or want to know more about it, get this one. If you're already way high up in the clouds and what you need to come down to earth, then we can go for the Gaia deck. If it's love and relationship, obviously go for the Romance Angels. Okay? If you're struggling with deep internal warfare of you versus you, then let's go for the Power of Surrender. If you want messages from nature, we'll go for Nature's Whispers, okay? So you'll see more as we go through the show. I just saw someone else. Hold on. Dacia Jackson. Okay. No, don't worry, Dacia. We got you. We got you. Acid Negrita wants Romance Angels. Okay, Mimi wants the Gaia. Okay. Excellent choice, Mimi. Julia, you want one as well? Okay, let's do Julia over here. Julia, here is your magic post-it note, okay? Just like that. Lily Lynn, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Lily Lynn. I just got to put Diazia on the board here. Yulia, I've got you. I can see you. Typing is coming in here okay. Lily Lynn. Lily Lynn, you're not late. We only just started. Probably not going to be here too long because it's filling up very quickly, and I can only handle about 12 readings anyway. Whoa, Robbie. I'm glad some of you are recognizing each other. To be honest, whoa, Robbie, I don't remember. Hello, Topaz Zen. Hello, Topaz Zen. Greetings. So this is Wellness Wednesday. It's a worldwide wellness show, as you know. So it's good. You guys just keep checking in with each other. I've got a little bit of organizing to do here. Tarsem Singh, you're very brave. Well done. Power of surrender. Where is your hand? Surrender. Okay, you're going to get the surrender deck. Okay, excellent choice. Very brave. Okay. So I think I've got room for about, let's see, 3 more. Let's say. Thank you, Fritali. Thank you. Anybody else who feels like incredibly rich and they just want to like throw money in the pot, I'm not going to stop you. Okay? I'm not going to stop you. Thank you, Fritali. I'm just going to put you over here. I know we have some cool names in here, right? Topaz Zen. Fritili, land of tarot and truth. Right. Fritili is here. Okay. Yes. Tanya wants to surrender. Wow. Okay. Courage. People. Well done. Well done. Wow. Looking pretty good, people. You're looking good. Let me go check in. Hold on. I want to just say hello. You know what I'm like with my greetings and everything. So let's just check in with you guys. Hello. Hello. Stay there. Stay right there. All right. Sorry, I had to shuffle things around between the different stages. Anyway, we're here. Congratulations. Oh, what's that? Huh. I wonder what that could be. Look at that. It is a full moon. So some of you, depending where you are in the world, especially Pam Bam down in New Zealand. I can't remember if we have any Aussies here today, but Pam Bam for sure, you're probably already getting the full moon, okay? Technically over here in Los Angeles, it's going to be like at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but it's already full in the sky, okay? So we're building up to it, okay? Calm down, Topaz. I see your notes on the screen. You're doing the no pants dance. I didn't actually know there was a dance called the no pants dance, but why not? It sounds like a really fun idea. Okay, let's see. Let me go over to the main stage again because we actually have to do some readings at some point. Yeah. Didn't anybody tell you? Didn't anybody tell you? Didn't Lumination tell you? Have you watched your August reports? Have you been watching your August reports? If not, it's time for you to watch your August reports. They're already posted probably 2 weeks ago. Everything is in there. All the astrodoodles, all the readings and reports for the whole month, including the full moon. Duh! I thought I made that clear. Anyway, yes, August the 15th over here. It's technically the full moon, but effectively it's already culminating. We're already at the peak, okay? It's already peaking up, okay? It's already picking up. Got it? Ah, see, Pam Pam, you see what I mean? Yeah, Pam Pam understands. Thank you. That is the full moon. It's already very, very bright for some people. Thank you for affirming this, Pam Pam. I need to know sometimes because sometimes I question my own sanity here. But yes, okay. Wow. We did it, people. Worldwide Wellness Program. WWW. Worldwide Wellness. Okay? It's bizarre. It's a really, really bizarre thing that happens at this channel. I'm not going to go into it because it's just so bizarre. But it's about how it's almost like the whole phenomenon of wellness and spirituality is almost, uh, it's creating some very disturbing, let's say, let's say, let's just say disruptions inside some of these big platforms. And it's very, very hard to do what we do here without a viable platform. Okay, so I'm very, very, let's say, I lean on YouTube very heavily to be able to do what we're doing here, but it's not like a conventional channel, as some of you have figured out already. And so we're having to figure out a lot of things as we go along. And luckily, you guys are along for the ride. Thank you very much. So today, or let's say tomorrow, if you want to look at it that way, I don't know if I'll be able to do a show tomorrow just for the full moon. So I thought I'd share a little bit right now. What's up? Hold on. Oh, got it. Okay. Love Triber is here. I got to go check Love Triber in. Hold on. Stay there. All right, let's have a look. Love Triber is here. I just saw you on the screen. Hello. Love Triber. Okay, you know what? Let me do something here. How am I actually going to do this? Maybe I'll just talk about it. Okay. So let me go back a minute. Hold on. I'll be right there. Hold on. Okay. So I'm mentioning the full moon for a reason. Uh, Earlier in the month, we had the new moon, basically about 2 weeks ago, right on the 1st, July 31st and August 1st, we had that really big Leo new moon. It was 4 planets, okay? Four planets all piled up. It was a big stellium, a very, very strong Leo new moon. I don't know if any of you remember that, but about 3 days before and 3 days after that new moon, there was so much tension. It was just, I was getting so many notices, emails, comments, everybody having these breakdowns and everything. We're past it right now, and we're coming to a culmination. We went through the bumpy patch. So right now, the way it's lined up is that the moon is basically, they call it in the sign of Aquarius. It's not like anyone's going to show you or put the squiggle up there to say it's in Aquarius. And if you can pick out, the constellation of where Aquarius is, great, you're a genius. I don't have a telescope, and I can't even see the sky at night here in Los Angeles, so there's just no point. You might see the moon and Mercury and Venus, and that's about it. Everything else is blown out by the Los Angeles city lights. But anyway, love Triber, I just saw your notes, okay? So, uh, so right now, like the moon is opposing the sun. Okay, the sun is in Leo. It likes to be happy, wants everybody to have fun and be happy. Okay, and wherever that particular Leo point lies in your chart, I think it's about, where are we? It's going to be like, today's what, the 14th? So it's going to be in the early 20s or something degrees mark. So it's still strong, and we have something called a yod a finger of God still pointing on the Leo energy. It's been here for days, but it puts a lot of pressure for everybody to be as Leo as possible in that particular part of your chart. So, if you've been watching your reports, you would already know that you have a Leo signatory uh, point in your chart somewhere. It's somewhere in your chart. And wherever that Leo point lies, that's where you're going to feel the pressure. Now, because we have the full moon, it's a polarity. The sun and moon are fully opposed in terms of astrology. And so that puts a lot of pressure. Okay. So wherever you have the Leo Aquarius axis in your chart, that's where you're going to feel the pressure. Somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. Okay. And so it just brings everything to light. Everything comes to like a culmination, like a realization, like, oh, now I understand kind of energy. It's different for everybody. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. I just saw something on the screen. Stay there, stay there. All right, so, Love Triber, the stock market dropped 800 points. Yep. Well, that's why I wrote my little book, Wealth, Money, Finance, Global Restructuring. It's going to get very, very wobbly, people, astrologically over the next year. It's going to be building up to January 2020 and then for the rest of next year. Okay. Now, I just saw something on the screen. Hold on, I've got to double check it. Somebody else just showed up. Where is it? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. KS, KS. I knew I saw somebody just show up. There we go. I got you. Yes. Fertility playing the lottery 1/100. Wow, no wonder you're feeling so generous. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Debs, what's going on? Nice to see you. Debs Chisholm is here, people. Okay, so at this moment in time, yeah, also in the last few days, you've probably noticed there's been a big shift. Jupiter, thank you, Fertility. Jupiter is now direct, and and Neptune is retrograde. So let's make a note here. So right now in the heavens, it just started, okay? Jupiter is direct again after whatever it was, 5 months or something. You think of Mercury retrograde for 3 weeks. We just had Jupiter retrograde for months, okay? And now we just had Neptune flip retrograde. So now we have 4 planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all retrograde right now. So that's like going deep, 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 deep into the ocean to the 4 deepest currents of energy that exist in our lives, okay? The very depths of the oceans. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The deeper you go, the deeper the current, the harder it is to understand, okay? Anyway, it's happening now, and it's part of it is like, well, so what? Who cares? In a way, you don't have to care. You don't have to do anything. You can live your whole life on autopilot if you want to, or you can observe the currents. I have to watch them carefully because if I don't, I tend to come unglued in my life. My body is so sensitive to the shifts and the movements of the planets. That's why I'm always ranting about let's blame it on the planets, because I feel the shifts and the changes like as though I'm like a weather antenna or something. And so that's just how it is. That's how I'm built personally. I mean, everybody's different. You don't have to be this way. It's just that this is how I am, and I've learned things from being this way, and I'm just sharing with you. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's go back to the stage a minute. Hold on. All right, so let's leave it like this. At the moment, we've got 9 oracle readings coming up, and I've got room for perhaps 3 more. And so we've had a few people show up, and so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. It's just a nice, it's a small, cozy crowd here today, right now, and I'm just going to. I'm having a feeling that we might as well just get started, you know, and we'll just go through things one by one. I mean, I'm not going to uh, do a lot of messing around in between. We might put on a little bit of music here and there, of course, you know, and I'll need a break now and again. But I think we should just get started. Mm. Uh, all right, let's have a look. All right, so what I want to do, yes, Lily Lynn, I do a lot of blaming it on the planets. So I'm going to do this in, you know, the order that this all happens. So some of you are going to have to be very patient. And if you need to check out or take a, you know, bathroom break or something, please do so and then come back for your reading. Now, if you absolutely miss it completely, you'll still get it on the action replay, okay? So, okay. Love Triber wants one. Yes, why not? Love Triber. You want your own personal post-it note. Yes. Love Triber, I hope you're patient because it's going to be a while. All right? I'm just letting you know. Then we can figure out which deck you want to use as we go. All right? So let's get started. We're going to read for Bhavya right now, and she's concerned about her marriage with Sunil. Okay? So we're just going to use the Romance Angels deck. Okay? And see what happens. Wait a minute. Emma Jones. Okay, I'll see you, Pam Pam. We'll check in. Hope to see you Sunday, all right? Bye-bye, Pam Pam. Drive safe, okay? Now, Emma Jones. Uh, okay, let me just, I hope there's enough room. Let me get my board here. You have to be very tiny. I'll write it in tiny letters or something. Hold on, let me get a little pen. It's funny, Emma, no one's ever asked for that before. So what is your intent? What did you want on there? Uh-oh, Debs wants one. Debs Chisholm wants it posted as well. All right. Bye, Pam Pam. Be careful. Debs Chisholm. Okay. All right, Debs. So we're filling up fast. We've pretty much got a full house here. We're getting close to full up, okay? About the progression of my interactions and relationship with Tim this week. Okay. So we're concerns about Tim. Concerns about Tim / this week. All right. So we're making it very specific, okay, Emma? Okay, I've got it down there, okay? All right. Bam Bam's going to take a nap. Excellent idea. Wait a minute, it's still early, isn't it? All right. Okay, so I think we're off to a good start, people. Let's put everything aside here. We can come back and reference the different decks. KS wants one. Oh, concern. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. Progression, Emma. Yes. Got it. Okay. Okay. All right. Hello, Ivona. Okay. KS wants one. Let's do a post-it for KS. Oh, where are you, Emma? It's 24. That's late. That's eight. That's almost 9 o'clock. You must be over in England or something. Hmm. All right, here we go. All right. All right. So we're going to get to this in order. Oh, you're in the UK, of course, right. So what I'm going to do, don't stress if you don't see your name on the screen right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of room here for everybody. Okay. We're going to do it in order. I'm going to try and be orderly and give myself a bit of room here to do the readings. And if we change our mind about how we're doing this, then that's what we're going to do. And we'll go from there. All right, so Bhavya, you are first up, okay? And you are very concerned about the marriage thing with Sunil. If it's going to, like, let's say, I think it was about whether it's going to be reconciled or not, okay? Oxford. Hey, Emma, I used to live in Oxford. It's right there. You're English. Well, jolly good. Jolly good, Emma. If you're in Oxford, you might be very posh, okay? So yeah, I used to live up in I can't remember. I had a little. I had to. I was renting a room for this sweet older lady, and I got a very good deal on the rent if I helped looked after her. And so I did it. I thought this is really cool. So I took her dog for a walk, and I would help her with her knitting. In the winter, we would sit by the fireplace, and I would hold her balls of wool, and she would do her knitting. And then I would sometimes do her dishes and cook for her. And it was a great deal. Okay, okay, super duper. And I had a little tiny motor scooter to go into town when I had to do some jobs. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do Romance Angel. This is about Bhavya, okay? Okay, so right now, actually, where are you, Bhavya? Where are you? It must be far, far away. You're somewhere over here, right? Is that right? I'm just guessing. I can't remember. I don't think you told me. Sunil. Maybe it's India. Are you in India? Pakistan. Are you somewhere over here, Bhavya? Somewhere over there? All right, anyway, we're going to get your card. Okay, India. Okay, Bhavya is in India. All right, over here. Bhavya is over here. Emma is over here. Lily is over here in Austria. Lumination is over here in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is like a country. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what the message is coming out for Bhavya regarding this marriage and reconciliation and the potential return of Sunil, okay? It must be very, very difficult. As you know, Bhavya, we're at a full moon right now, so you might get awareness of things that you had not been aware earlier. It might not be pretty, it might not be fun, but at least you've got the courage to ask, okay? You've got the courage to ask. Okay. Cards are well shuffled in advance. I'm just going to keep it very simple. We're going to cut it up now. Okay. Very straightforward. Bless you, Bhavya. Invite your invisible friends to be with you. They love to do this. They want to make sure that you're happy. Sometimes things are very, very bumpy. And, you can't, there's no point in like forcing things to be the way they are not. So it's better to like accept things how they are, and then what does that mean for you? Okay, so let's keep it all about you. It's all about you. It says here, true love. Okay, so this is very awkward. To me, this is very, very awkward because if you have a relationship that's based on true love and Sunil has basically stepped away, that can be one of the tragic, painful side effects of a true love type of relationship. Sometimes the pressure is too much and people can't handle it. People reach a break point in their abilities or lack of abilities to handle a truly loving relationship. A truly loving relationship can put tremendous pressure on you and tremendous pressure on Sunil. Okay? And when we talk about a true love relationship, it doesn't mean like, oh, we're just going to have the most amazing, passionate time all the time. You're always going to get more and more beautiful. He's always going to get more and more rich. And everyone's going to be, it doesn't work like that at all. In reality, it's more like an epic journey. Okay. Let me just read what it says here. Okay. So this might sound like nonsense to you, but I hope it has some ring of truth. It says, you pulled this card because true and lasting love is here for you. If your question was about a specific person, then this card serves as a validation of the relationship's divine nature. Okay, did you see what I was trying to get at here? We're not just talking about man, woman, boy, girl, lovey dovey. It's deeper than that. And that's a problem. Okay, if you've reached a breaking point, it can be a huge problem. This individual has genuine love for you, and you both can overcome the issues that arise. Now, if you want to interpret that as reconciliation, you're welcome to do that, okay? This is especially the case if you can express your feelings through attributes such as kindness, compassion, and courtesy towards each other, okay? For instance, having an honest conversation would be an expression of your love that you share, even if it involves discussing uncomfortable topics. Okay, so do you see what's happening here, Bhavya? It says true love, okay, but the reality is true love can be very challenging because there's nowhere to hide in a marriage. You know, in a they marriage in astrology. Hold on, stay there, Bhavya. So I know in India they have Vedic astrology. I've gone into it a bit, and I've met one of these really top end Vedic astrologers in the United States, but it kind of didn't click with me because they don't work too much with the outer planets like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, where I have a greater concern. So I don't really deal with that. But in Western astrology, when we talk about marriage, they put it in what's called the seventh house. And the seventh house is also considered to be the house of open enemies. If you think about it, there's a reason why they say that. It's because when people make the most profound decision to marry, it can be the one of the best and most important decisions that you ever make in your life. Okay. However, if the marriage is built on, let's say, um, I don't know what I don't want to say false premises, but on like challenging situations, like if it's a forced marriage or you married very, very young or something like that, and you didn't have time to mature spiritually, then your lives, your bodies change, hormones, experience, circumstances, spiritual growth that changes. And so the person that you love can sometimes turn into your worst enemy, literally. In the United States, it's very, very common for people to marry, and then they discover this is the worst thing I've ever done, and then people divorce, and then it just sometimes it's easy, click click, I'm out of here, bye. But sometimes it leaves a big problem for the rest of your life. That's why they call it open enemies, the house of marriage, the house of open enemies. But with the little reading we're having today, it looks to me like there's hope, but it does require kindness, compassion, and commitment to the relationship, and coming forward and deliberately initiating heart to heart conversation. Okay, that's probably another card though. Hold on. Okay, so Now, if you're currently seeking a relationship, this card offers you assurance that true love is on its way. Keep the faith that a wonderful relationship is destined to come to you, and don't compromise with an unsuitable partner. It's essential that you treat yourself well. This is really, really important, Bhavya. I'm not talking about arrogance or making yourself superior to Sunil, or by if Sunil is being very, let's say, dominant and not being very kind or considerate or respectful of the marriage, that means there's like a power imbalance, and it would be, obvious here at the full moon. And so if you have the courage to come here and ask about this marriage, and the message is the most important thing is number one, love you first. Love thyself, okay? Take care of yourself, number one, but in a very, very kind, understanding way. If you have to make a gesture, and even if it involves discussing an uncomfortable topic, that's one of the things that comes with true love, where you actually have the courage and you take the courage to face something that is very difficult. If Sunil has walked away from the marriage, okay, that's very serious, okay? And there must be a reason. And if you're married, I feel that you have the right to ask Sunil exactly, please, what's going on. You don't, there's no point in just saying things like, hey, please come back, please come back, please come back, or what do we need to do to fix this? It's much more about respecting each other from a true love perspective and getting into a really honest situation here. Because if you originally came together through love and out of love, then you have, it's kind of like you have a responsibility here. Okay, so it sort of feels like I'm pushing the responsibility onto you, Bhavya, even though it might be Sunil who walked away. If you value the marriage, if you believe that Sunil values the marriage, then it might require having to do something very uncomfortable for you, especially if it's to do with a marriage that has the ingredients of true love, okay? So I wish you the best, okay? I wish you the best, but it is going to take work. It's going to take, it might be very uncomfortable, okay? Let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Bhavya. Onward. Next, we have Mimi, and Mimi is going to have the Gaia deck, okay? So give me a second here. I'm going to shuffle it all up. Everybody, please chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to just shuffle up the deck here. This is going to go back, and we'll come back to the that one later because we have several readings that are going to come out of the Romance Angels deck. Okay. All right, Mimi, you're up. So in just a moment, we're going to take out your deck, get you shuffled up and ready, okay? Thank you, Bhavya. To me, that was a very uncomfortable message to deliver. To me, it makes me feel like I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you in a position of responsibility and having to do something, okay? It means having to take some kind of initiative. Uh, if there is love, if there was love, if there continues to be love, every single relationship has its ups and downs. Just watch my reports every month. We talk about the intimacy as we intimate and separate. We intimate and separate every day like ocean waves. And sometimes it gets very uncomfortable for one or the other. Okay? And you might be in one of those places now. Lily Lynn wants a reservation. Okay? Reservation for next week. It's like booking a table at a restaurant. I want my reservation. All right, Mimi, you're up. Here we go. Let's have a look. So we've got Gaia. Okay, we're going to work with Gaia here. This is a beautiful deck. It was made quite a while ago, but it's a very beautiful deck, and I think it will be a valuable deck for many, many years to come. Okay? So just what kind of message do we have for Mimi today from the Gaia deck regarding your life? Okay? Invite your invisible friends. Get comfortable. They love doing this. They love being invited to these things. It's very nutritious for you. Okay, Mimi? And please, Mimi, type it in. Let everybody know, where are you? Are you in Europe, Australia, America, South America, Africa? Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So this is your card, Mimi. Okay, ooh, wow. Sacred Earth Mother. Okay, a message of love. This is a very rich, beautiful card. When he makes these paintings, they're big. These are big paintings, and then they take a photograph somehow, and then they shrink it and turn it into an oracle card. It's made with very heavy, oily pastels, as you can see. It's really luscious, and there's a lot of texture. Let's see what it says, okay, before we say anything, all right? Mimi's in the US, okay. Okay, it says here, all right, for you, Mimi, it is a message of love, okay? It says here, we travel the endless corridors of our mind until one day we find a pathway that leads us to our heart. Who you truly are has nothing to do with your personality or your achievements, your successes or your failures. The you that you think you are is actually an actor playing a role that your soul has chosen. The essence of you is soul. The essence of you is light, light with no beginning or end. You are an eternal spark of pure creativity, unlimited potential that yearns to be expressed and fulfilled. Your potential is your destiny. It awaits your call. Trust your heart and apply its love and wisdom to all you do. In this way, all that you create or do will be a true expression of your soul. It is through expressing your truth that you create things of lasting value. Be true to you. Okay? To me, it feels, Mimi, it's just like if you have some type of creative urge inside of you that is longing for expression, whatever it might be. Maybe you want to do something artistic or with music or writing or communicating or sharing something inside of you. It feels to me, uh, now this is personal, it's nothing to do with the book or the card, but I'm just getting my own feelings here that for you, Mimi in particular, it feels like there's a very, very strong message here that there's something very, very deep inside of you and like in your heart that you know it kind of like you know you have to express this thing, okay? And it's time for it to come out of you, to share your love, to share your light, as if you are a lighthouse, as if you are a beacon of light, as if you are a transmitter of the healing power of love. It could be anything, whatever that might be. Maybe you want to make oracle cards. Maybe you always wanted to draw or something. To me, it's something to do with uh, if you're very, very shy about this thing, whatever it is, to me it feels as though this is like you're very, very shy about this part of you. Okay, you know it's there, it's very sensitive, but you want to express. Okay, and I think the message here is coming from Sacred Earth Mother that it's okay, Mimi. It's okay to open your heart and share your love, share your light with others. Okay. Okay, none of that was in the reading, but I was getting a very strong impression over here for you specifically. Okay, Mimi? Thank you, Mimi. That's it. Very short, very, very sweet. Up next, we have, I believe it's Linda, and Linda wants a Romance Angel card, okay? And after Linda, let me just check here. After Linda, we've got Tarsem. Okay? So hang in. I see you, Tarsem. I see you on the screen. Very cool. Ah, 123 is here. Oh, I always have to ask, what's for dinner? Oh, gosh. Now talking about food. Hold on. Hold on. I want to just check out with Mimi. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me catch up. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me a second. I got to get 123 on the screen. All right. First of all, don't want to miss people if I can help it. All right. So let's get 123 checked in over here. Here we are. 123. So I wanted to ask. Oh, I wanted to show. Hold on. I want to say bye bye to Mimi. Hey, Mimi. I hope that made sense to you. To me, it felt like there's something very, very shy here. And it's time to, like, just kind of just open up a little bit. And it's to me, it feels like Mother Earth is comforting you, saying it's safe, it's okay. It's okay to open up a little bit and share that love, okay? Being loving, being loved. Be loving and be loved. And whatever you infuse with your love, whatever it is, you're radiating, okay? Comes from here, all right? Okay? Now we're going to check in. We're going to read for Linda. But before we read for Linda, I just want to say hi to 123. So you just had spaghetti bolognese. Yum, yum, yum. Well, guess what? I had a very rare visit from my beautiful, amazing brother. He flew into Los Angeles, and he took us out to dinner. And so we went to this brand new little tiny seafood place right on the beach. It's a tiny little restaurant, and you wouldn't even know it's there. And it's kind of like fine dining, okay? So he treated me because he can, and so we had like lots of bits and pieces. And I had an amazing local homemade IPA beer, and we had some very, very gnarly French white wine. We had this arugula salad thing with avocado and spices and like a little sprinkles of things. I don't know what they were. We had this like the strangest fish and chips. It was fish and chips, but the chips were like little nugget things. Uh, Potatoes, like real, fish and chips, but they're potatoes. And the fish was battered cod. You know how they dip cod and they deep fry it and they stick it in the top. And it was really, really, really yummy. And what was the other thing? We had this kind of bizarre kind of sweet potato chip type things, like chips and dips with this very delicate sort of non-cheese cheese thing. I don't know what it was. And we had a few other things, but I can't remember. But it was all delicious. I just wanted to share you my food story. Thank you very much. 123. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, let's go visit Linda. Okay? Let's have a look. All right, Linda, you're up. Here we go. So let's keep it very, very simple. We're just pulling the romance angels. You don't have to confide anything on the screen if you don't want to. But we'll just let the cards pull out a message for you, and then you can, kind of interpret however you want, and keep it inside if you want to. It's up to you. Don't worry. Can you see why I do this stuff, Mimi? It's because I love doing it. I just love doing this stuff. I can't help it. It's almost like a compulsion. I know what you're saying, Asa. I know. Oh, it's so good because I hardly ever get to see my brother, but he's an amazing fellow and he's helped me out of some very dire situations. a few times in life. So I love my brother very much, and he loves me very much. I'm a very, very lucky man. I feel like I'm a very wealthy man, a very happy man. I'm a very blessed man. All right, Linda, what's going on? You know what to do. Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up. Get your invisible friends there. Invite them in. Say it out loud. Hey, my dear loved ones from the great beyond, come and join me right now. I'm hanging out with Tarot Lumination. Okay? And then they kind of go, oh, cool. Let's just do that, man. That's what they do. That's what it's like over there. Actually, if I want to, I can actually, 1, 2, 3, I can actually make some pretty good food. I used to be a kitchen manager very long ago. All right, here we go. Let's have a look, Linda. What's going on? Let's just keep it very subtle. I'm feeling very subtle about this, okay? Let go of control issues. Okay. Now, I don't know if this relates to anything specific, like a specific person, or let's say if there isn't a specific person, I would look at this as like an energy field that might impact the way relationship dynamics flow, okay, in your situation. So it says here, allow the situation to unfold naturally, whatever that is. Now, as you can see here, there's a look of suspicion on this fellow, and there's a look of concern on her over here, and there's a look of concern of the little girl here, and there's a look of concern from all the romance angels. Literally, there's one of them. Let me show you. I'm going to do you a close-up. Watch this. I'm going to do this as a personal interpretation, Linda, okay? You can't see it because it's so tiny, but one of the romance angels is actually doing this. I'm not kidding, okay? So that's how subtle this is, all right? Yeah. All right, so let's have a look. Let go of control issues. So that's the title of the card. And we'll pull it out of here. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. All right. So Linda, it says here, the romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest by stepping out of their way. Okay, I think I felt this very early on, just before we even pulled your cards. Okay, I think it's very, very important that it would be so helpful for you to nurture and create and grow a healthy habit. A healthy habit of constantly inviting your angels into your life as much as you can. And no, you can't sit there all day, doing that. But you can check in every now and again, like a mother does with a child, or a young child. They just check in, well, with their smartphones or with the babysitter or something. They just check in, like, everything okay? Everything okay? You can do that with your angels too. You can just check in. If you're feeling a kind of a sense of vacuum in your life, you can say, you know what? Hey, my dear, dear, lovely archangels and guardian angels, and just regular class angels, please surround me right now because I'm at a bit of a loss. Perhaps you like to have a lot of control over everything in your life. And maybe the message is here to let go a little bit, okay? It's up to you to allow the help of the angels to manifest by stepping out of their way. In other words, you invite them in and then you just accept that, okay? So by trying to control other people or external circumstances, you will only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayers. There are plenty of times in life that call for you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. Of course, it's fine to have your preferences, you practice your visualizations, and you hold your intentions, and you make your wishes, and that's wonderful. And it's great. Definitely ask the angels for your desires. Okay, that's great. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. So please be open to all possibilities and trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. Okay? Literally, they want what's best for you. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God, will not live up to your expectations, especially perhaps when it comes to love and relationship. And apparently, this is called outlining. And outlining is where you write a script and then you hand that script to the universe of how you want it all to work and how you want everyone to behave, which might sound like, oh, those are my intentions, but it looks different. Like outlining is different from intentions. And so uh, outlining can actually cause you to overlook an even more beautiful scenario in which your prayers may be answered. So please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. I could get really kind of preachy here and say, "Hey, Linda, let go and let God." I don't want to do that, but I did say it. But that's a very, very simple way of kind of, condensing this reading here. To me, it feels really complex. To me, it feels like you've got lots of little layers of complexities that are actually kind of subtle impediments to having the happiness and the flow and the love that you actually deserve. And then with this energy here, it's almost like you realize, damn it. Hold on, let me just check in. Give me a second here. You already know what I'm going to say, Linda, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Hold on. By the way, people, I can't really take on any more uh, oracle readings on the more magic post-it notes because I've been doing a lot of private readings behind the scenes here, and my throat is pretty fragile. So I have to keep it going because we have to survive all the way through and get to Sunday, okay? All right, so Linda, here's what I just want to check out with you. Hold on. It's taking time for me to do all these things. So Linda, what I was sensing then, just as I was wrapping it up, I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to come out with these cliches. And so, uh, but I decided, it makes sense, the let go, let God thing. But also the other thing I sensed even more, like I was sensing lots of tiny layers, like little tiny layers of, let's say, habits and practices and just, well-established behaviors that work perhaps very well for you in many other aspects of life, but less so when it comes to love and relationship. And what I was thinking of just before we sign off is maybe I could offer something like how it's so easy to trip ourselves up. It's so easy to come in, even with the best of intentions, and yet you end up in a very, very subtle way being your own worst enemy. You end up tripping yourself up. You don't even mean to, you don't want to, but we do that anyway in love and relationship. And then we kind of just like, damn it, damn it. Ah. And so that's why I was sensing such a strong message. Like it's really, really important to start building up a habit of inviting you know, your spirit guides, your angels. To me, it's my invisible friends. Bring them in with you and ask them, literally invite them to help you. You might not like what they bring, you might not understand it at first, but so long as you keep the relationship going and growing, then that can help. Okay? All right, Linda, we got to move on. Next. Thanks, Linda. All right, Linda, thank you. So we're going to move on. We're going to go to Tarsem. So Tarsem, you are a very brave person because you picked the power of surrender deck. So when somebody does that, it tells me that you've got courage to understand that you have issues like this: self with self, perhaps ego versus the soul, your higher, like your mental self versus your emotional self, like your childhood conditioning versus the realities of your world. And maybe there's a big, a clash, Tarsem Singh, it sounds like you're from the India type of area over here, and it's probably a very different culture. I know a lot of people, I've had quite a few Indian friends in my life, and one thing I know is they love to be happy. They love being happy. It doesn't always work, but they love to be happy. Okay, so let's pull your card. Let's see what happens. Sometimes, Tarsem, the wars that we have inside ourselves and between ourselves are very subtle, and we don't even know that we are at war with ourselves. Okay, heart versus mind, all those things. Lust versus love. Okay, and it gets so confusing. All those things. It could be wealth. How do you measure wealth? What does it mean to you to be rich? Does it mean just having gobs and gobs of money? Or does it mean having people you love, people who love you? Hello, Rose Mandrano. I see you. All right. So you know what to do, Tarsem. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Thank you, Tarsem. And thank you for your patience, everybody. We still have a lot of oracles to do, so please be patient. You will get your reading. And if you have to go, you have to go. We'll record it anyway. All right? So here is your card, Tarsem. This is for you. Okay? Surrender stubbornness. Aha. Okay, it sounds like kind of like, surrender stuff. But that's actually really, really hard to do. Okay? If you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something in your life, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Okay, to me personally, stubbornness obviously comes from fear. Okay, there are desires that you have for certain things to be a certain way, and you have a right. Okay, and then when it's not happening and there's pressure from the environment around you, like um, perhaps that, external pressure, maybe it's the planets, love, relationship, financial pressures, work pressures, parental pressures, responsibilities at work or children or something like that, health issues. When when you are radiating the energy of stubbornness, that's basically saying, here and here, basically saying, I am not going to move. I am right. I know I'm right. I have the right to be right. Why should I change to accommodate you? Okay? Now, you might be the other part of you, or it might be someone else. Like if you're kind of in a what do they call it? If you're locked with somebody about a certain situation and you're not willing to give away because of like issues of, let's say, ego or pride or resentment or the feeling of loss or the feeling of failure, that could easily um, like come out of you as stubbornness. In other words, the unwillingness to change or move or adapt or grow. And so what actually is happening is you're hurting yourself. You're actually hurting yourself when you maintain the energy of stubbornness. So when it says here to be more yielding, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a loser. It doesn't mean that you're going to fail or lose any kind of pride or anything. It just means you're coming from a more loving perspective, perhaps understanding yourself better or understanding somebody or something better in a more loving way. In other words, perhaps things like apologies are important, or conversation would be important, or giving somebody a chance that you would not normally give. It's a tremendous thing to release this, to surrender the stubbornness and allow the energy to flow again. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Tarsim. Uh, this is a difficult message for me to send for you, but I think it's okay. I think we'll be okay. Okay. Remember, this stubbornness comes from fear. Okay. We need to flip that around and come from love. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. All right. So I'm going to shuffle this all up in just a moment. Okay. Give me a second. Hey, Tarsem. So I hope that helps you. Okay. Sometimes the messages that come across through these oracles, even though it's just one tiny little card, they can have a real punch. Okay. That's all I'm suggesting. And so it was awkward for me to deliver the message, but it comes from the heart. It comes from an oracle. So please accept it as a blessing. Okay. Thanks, Tarsem. All right. Let's keep going, people. All right. So we're going to move on. After Tarsem, we have Emma Jones. Okay. Emma is looking for clues about the progression of her relationship with Tim this week. Okay. So we're going to check that. We're going to pull the Romance Angel cards for Emma Jones. All right. Emma, there you are. Got you. All right. Let's have a look. Emma Jones. I just got to clear up this deck, all right, Emma? So hang in. Hang in. I'm glad to see you all here. Thank you for your patience. I love doing this for you. Thank you, Frittily, for your generosity. I'm glad you got your paycheck just recently, and I'm glad you won the lottery just recently. A lottery ticket. Fantastic. Lucky Frittily. Well done. So, Emma Jones, you and Tim. Let's have a look. We need lots of room here. I saw what you said on the screen there, Olson. Don't worry, I told Emma that she would get her reading anyway. It's very late at night for Emma, okay? She's over in the UK. It's very late at night, so I'm gonna read for her anyway. She's very concerned about Tim, okay? The progression of what's happening with her and Tim. All right, let's see what's up here for Tim. So I'm going to do it for you, Emma. I'm just going to ask that your angels, spirit guides, guardians uh, gather and center around you, okay, to help you in these matters. Your card is, okay, new love. Oh, interesting, okay? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so in the image here, I don't know if you can see this very well, but here is a fair maiden, and there are three romance angels surrounding her right now, sending her little messages, basically like, you know, by the way, have you noticed? You need to consider this. And there's this other person over here. It actually looks like a knight or a soldier in still in armor over here, but coming off of duty or something. All right, let's have a look. Give me a second. All right, so yeah. Now, Emma, I'm not sure. Were you the person who came in a few weeks ago and you had these concerns about uh, a fellow, and it's in the workplace, and it was a very new thing, okay? I don't know if this is you, Emma, or this is the situation, but if it is, then it's probably still has a lot of ingredients or characteristics of being new. It says here, the romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Now, perhaps you've recently met this person and your interest was piqued. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. Oh, wow. Okay. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Interesting. Okay, Emma? Now it's up to you to apply this in a way that's customized for you. Let me read on. Now, of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, you will want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person, tarot illumination, hinted, to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will soon weigh heavily upon you. It's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. Now, this card can also mean that you will soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love and you are lovable. Okay? The angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. So, Emma, if I recall, I'm pretty sure you're the person who had this chemistry thing that was, becoming evident between yourself and I think it was your boss in a company where you're working or something like that. In which case, to me, the way I'm looking at this, it is mutual. Okay. Now, whether it's appropriate or healthy or whether that will ever manifest, it's a different thing because workplace romances, or if you're in a romantic situation that where it's professionally not appropriate or unwelcome to have these kind of things, that could make things difficult. So the only way you could do this thing is kind of like outside the workplace. So it might take time. Okay. Well, I hope that makes sense for you, Emma. I hope I got the right person here. Just going to check out with you. Hey Emma, I'm not sure if I got that, totally on the mark there. The message is there anyway, regardless. But if I recall, I'd love it if you could comment later or write in, to the Tarot Illumination. Just write in and let me know personally if we kind of resonated there with your reading. Let me know if this helps you in any way. Okay? Thank you, Emma. Good night, Oxford, England. Happy full moon. All right. So we're going to shuffle this up. All right. And we just read for Emma. Next up, we have Tanya Jordan. And Tanya is going to have the Power of Surrender deck. And after Tanya, we've got Essa Negrita. Okay? So I hope you guys are here. You're up, Tanya. Okay, we got to clear the deck here. I just have to shuffle it up. I like having a really pristine deck. Hello, Minerva. I didn't see you there earlier. Hi. Greetings. You know what? Let me put you on. I didn't put you on the board. All right, we'll shuffle those again later because we probably have another Romance Angels reading later. I'm going to just check in for Minerva. I'm pretty sure I didn't get you. Just want to get you over here. Minerva. Hi, Minerva. There you are. All right, so right now we're going to read for Tanya. I'm hoping Tanya is still here. If not, you're going to get your reading anyway. All right? And after Tanya, We're reading for Essa, and then after Essa, we're going to read for Getty. And I just saw Getty, so I think she's still here. Tanya, let's have a look. All right. Power of surrender, okay? You're a very brave person. You already know my feelings about the power of surrender deck. It is the art of spiritual growth, advancement, and healing through the act of letting go. It's almost like the art of living. Surrender, and when you look at the word surrender, gosh, I'm sounding all preachy. Uh-oh, hold on, I just saw someone else. I want to just check in, Eva Jupiter. Hold on. Give me a moment, please. Hello, Eva. You know, Jupiter just turned direct. Jupiter's in Sagittarius, about 20 degrees or something. It just went direct, so that's pretty good news for everybody. All right, hold on. All right, so Tanya, I'm just going to connect as if you're here. I don't see your name on the screen. Maybe you checked out already. Tanya, if you're here, could you just let us know, type it in. You're going to get your reading anyway, and you can see it on the action replay later, okay? All right? Let's go. All right, let's have a look. So with the surrender deck, I explained it earlier. It's about, to me, I always think of it as the internal warfare, ourselves against ourselves, our ego against the soul, and sometimes the huge fights that go on inside of us internally. And the only way to actually succeed is through surrender. So it feels sometimes very disturbing to the ego, okay? The ego wants this, the soul wants that. And the more we hold on to what we think is what we need and want, then, you know, we're just building up more and more pressure against like nature and love coming to us in a more natural way. All right, let's have a look here. So this is your card. Surrender negative thinking. Oh my gosh. So this is so, honestly, Tanya, this is so hard. I'm just talking from experience. I can tell you, Tarot Lumination is an expert at negative thinking if I let it happen inside myself. And I have to do kind of what I think of as a lot of self-healing, a lot of homework every day to try and stop this. So I'm taking this very personally, okay, Tanya? It says here, you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and then quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Now, okay, hold on. So Tanya, so all right. So Tanya, it's very easy for me to read the card, but the message is actually really hard to deliver. Uh, in a way, what we're dealing with is the attitude of gratitude. And you know, when you go to, like, you know, self-improvement classes, self-healing books, you know, all those, like, how to improve your love life, how to succeed, how to expand your consciousness, how to go to the next level, how to become a next level lover, how to be, you know, whatever it is, how to achieve your goals, how to win friends and influence, all of that stuff, how to become bigger and better. And all you do is focus on these, like, you know, so-called affirmations and positive things. That's great. But if we don't take care of any of the underlying dynamics, and they have not been healed or addressed or let's see, even brought into perspective or awareness, then it doesn't matter how much like so-called self-advancement we put upon ourselves. All the other stuff underneath, it just acts, it's like toxic, and it just corrodes everything, and it just dissolves all the good energy that you put on top. It's like that message, like throwing good money after bad. What's the point? In other words, like if when you're painting a house or something, and it's got 20 layers of yucky old paint, and you keep just putting more and more layers on, and eventually the whole thing just falls off. And sometimes it's better just to go right back to scratch. So with negative thinking, let's just say you were born and raised in an environment where there's a lot of negative talk, like complaining, moaning, groaning, gesture. It's so common. Negative thinking is just like probably 98% of the planet and how it works. It's sad. It doesn't have to be that way, but so much of our lives is kind of like communicated and conducted from a position of fear. Like, I need more food, I need more money, I need more shelter, I need more car, better, 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 more, more, more. And of course, that's normal. But when we don't get it, when we want it, that feels very frustrating. We can start to complain. And we're like, the system screwed me, or my boss screwed me, my partner screwed me, my children are screwing me, whatever it is. And that just feeds on itself like a monster. And you end up as though like there's nothing else. Everything just becomes a massive negative cloud. So we have to be, number one, become aware of that. Once we are aware of it, find ways to start to dissolve that pattern, that behavior, because it comes from within. So I'm not going to preach here, but surrender negative thinking. What it means essentially is you have to learn how to recognize a negative thought. Like if you're cursing this or always blaming or judging, or if there's resentment kills. Resentment is like toxic, bug spray. It'll just kill everything it touches. Anyway, it's an exercise. There are ways that you can train yourself to get out of habits of negative thinking. But it takes work, okay? I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you, Tanya. All right? Bye-bye. Moving on. All right, Tanya. I don't know. I got really carried away there. I think I was trying to actually help myself, Tanya. I was trying to help myself get, tackle my own issues regarding negative thinking. It can eat you up. It can eat you up like caustic soda or like rust. It's awful stuff. It's awful, awful thing. The most important thing is to recognize it and become aware of it. Because if you aren't, then you can't fix it. You can't heal it. You've got to reveal it to heal it. So I think the real message of that card is just to identify that it's even there. Negative thinking. All right. Let's put this away. Thank you, Tanya. Up next is Essa. All right, let's have a look. What's going on, Essa? Well, so we've got the Romance Angels deck for you. All right. I think you're still here. I think I just saw you type it in a while ago, right? Essa, where are you? You just put a hibiscus plant? Are you in New Zealand or Australia or Africa? Where are you? Please type it in. Let us know. I'm very curious. Rabbits. You got rabbits. That's just got rabbits. Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, so I got you here on record. Okay, King A, thank you for being here. I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to get to you a reading. We'll see what happens. It's, I've got only limited time today. All right, here we go. So we're dealing with the Romance Angels card here. So it could be anything, okay, Essa? Anything could come up here. Okay, I did quite an interesting split there. So, Essa, you've been here for a while, so you understand it really helps you if you invite your invisible friends, okay, to join you. Think of your angels, your spirit guides, your guardians from beyond the veil. They're right there, and they just want to help you, okay? Even the romance angels are there, okay? Here is your card. It says, keep an open mind, okay? So this is obviously big and wide, big wide card, big reading. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Now, yeah, that can happen. You could get, caught off guard, in terms of like looks, the way they look, or the way they behave, or where they come from, or what they do, or how they behave in public. All sorts of things can catch us off guard. And then, okay, another thing about this, I know it's romance angels, but when it's talking about soulmate here, I read that as more than romantic love. I think of it as love in the more pure sense, which would include people like twin flame type relationships, soulmate, karmic relationships. But we're connecting at the level of the soul rather than simply the physical body with hormones and whatever. Because we can all do that. We're all biologically programmed, to reproduce through hormones. We can live as humans so much of our life on autopilot through the amygdala and our, over here. Hold on. The amygdala back here, it's where we do all our autonomic functions, including, moving our hands, talking, eating, breathing, mating, falling in love, having babies, growing up, and all of that stuff. A lot of that happens automatically, just like when you watch a nature program, with mammals and stuff. Okay, hold on. All right, so let's have a look. What does it say here for you? All right. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Now, you don't have to tell us whether you're hooked up or not, or you're in a 20-year marriage, or you're single. It doesn't matter, okay? Just keep an open mind. The romance angels sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate or soulmates. We have lots of them in this lifetime. They may appear in a different form from what you expect. Okay? This is especially true if you tend to date and relate to a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person, but you have overlooked his or her romantic potential. So take the time to get to know the various individuals that you meet. Even if there isn't an initial attraction, at the very least, you will learn more about yourself and may make a new friend, okay? So this is a very big, wide, broad reading kind of card, okay? So it really, really helps, okay? Can you see the people here? Over here, I'm just going to say this is you, okay? And now you're with your friend, just enjoying the company of this other person. But there's these puzzling looks going on between each other here, like what's actually happening? And what's actually happening is the angels here are trying to help you to keep an open mind about love. Uh, so it isn't just have to be like, I gotta get hooked up. I gotta have a boyfriend. I gotta have a girlfriend. I gotta make a baby now. I'm culturally supposed to do that. I won't look cool if I don't have a mate, and so on and so on. I think what they're saying here is like this one here actually has kind of a stick, and you're waving it back and forth, like trying to connect people at this level of soulmates in ways that you wouldn't normally do because of your existing habits. So this is, to me, is like a card of maturity. Okay, it's, yeah, you've got to really, especially what you just said there, you've got more than one. If you have more than one love interest, and perhaps you are interested in others and others are interested in you, and there's options and possibilities out there, this will help you to look at things from like a much bigger perspective. And but seriously, take your time. Don't rush any of this, okay, Essa? All right, I hope that helped you. Okay. Hello, Sarah Otogan. I see you. Let me just clear this deck. I need to shuffle it up. Thank you, Essa. I hope that helped you. Okay, next we are going to be reading for Getty. And then after Getty, we're reading for Yulia Sarbu. Okay? Now, Getty, I don't have a deck here for you. So I just saw you on the screen recently. Getty, can you please tell me? Hold on, I just want to check in for Sarah Otagana. Oh, it's two G's. Okay. Thank you, Essa. I hope that helps you. You know, if it gets more complicated, you can always come to the Tarot Illumination and get readings. I do a lot of personal readings here, and you can book them. You just check out the links below, all that stuff. So Getty, oh, I just see it on the screen. Okay, so you want the Romance Angels. So let me just do, Getty, give me a moment here. I want to check in with everybody. We still have a few more readings here to do. Right now we're going to read for Getty, and she wants the Romance Angels, so I'm just going to mark that, all right? So you're going to get the Romance Angels deck, okay, Getty? After Getty, we have Yulia. If you're still Yulia, can you let us know when it comes to your reading which deck that you would like? And the same thing for Love Triber. I can't remember what deck. I think you asked for one, but I can't remember. I don't know if you're still here. Debs, again, if you're still here, I know it's very late for you. Keep in mind which deck that you would like, okay? I've got the different names here, okay? Oh, Micha's here. Hold on. I just saw Micha. Okay, Getty, you're a guy. All right. Thank you for, because Getty, uh, it's like the audience here at this channel is like 95% female. I can check on my analytics. I can prove it if you have to. And so I'm always kind of refreshed and intrigued when guys hang out here because it helps me to have a little bit of company and it's kind of fun. All Sun is a guy. I think All Sun has been hanging out here recently. All right, let's see what happens. It's thirsty work, people. I hope you're all having a super day out there in your places in the world. Where are you, Getty? It's Schnickson. You're over in Norway, Sweden? I saw that, Debs. You want the Gaia. Thank you. I'll make sure you get that. I'll put that over here. Gaia. Got it. Oh. Oh, joking. Oh, I didn't know that. So you've got like an AKA. You've got an alias. I got it. Let's see. All right, so we're going to read for Getty. Then we're going to read for Yulia. If you're here, Yulia, can you please type it in the screen? Let us know and let me know which deck that you want to use. I can show you the deck in a little bit. Love Triber, same thing. Debs, you've got the Gaia. After Debs, we've got KS. Whatever deck you want, let us know. All right, let's have a look. Let's see what's happening. Getty. All right, Getty, my fellow man. Let me just say hello. Ah, you're in Germany. Hello, Getty in Germany. I've been to Germany a few times. It's a lovely country. I had a friend near Hamburg, and we would go and hang out there. And when we were pretty young, he took me to the Reeperbahn. In case nobody knows what that is, the Reeperbahn is the red light district of Hamburg. And that place is hot, people. This is going back a very long time, and I was very innocent, and I was very, very intrigued. I thought it was all very enticing. I didn't actually do anything, but I was mesmerized. I thought it was just so amazing. The Reeperbahn. I don't know if it still exists. Anyway, thank you, Germany. I also went on to some of the beaches on the north coast there, and I was driving my motorcycle around a couple of times. I know, crazy stuff, people. Have you heard that expression, Getty? Uh, it's like what's that? It's like the guy. What is it? It was something about German guys. I saw this a long time ago. Guys love their cars more. Like German guys love their cars more than their women, more than their beer. I know it's crazy. Hold on, I just saw something. Yulia, Romance Angels. I see you. I see you. I see you. So we're gonna do Romance Angels for Yulia. Gosh, we got a lot of popularity with Romance Angels, people. Wow, the Reeperbahn still exists. Wow. Love and lust side by side. Germany is a very orderly country. Everything's very, very orderly. When I was there, like if you go on a train or a bus or something like that, or you're parking or whatever it is you're doing, especially in a public thing, it's like I remember I was just relaxing on a subway or a train or something, and I put my feet up. I was crossing my feet, and one of my feet touched the seat opposite me. And this other couple sitting, looking at me, staring at me, and they actually kind of reprimanded me. They said, you have to take your feet off the seat. Take your feet off the seat. They said it in German, but I could just tell what it meant, and I took my feet off the seat. Hey, Veshi Yazd. Did I say that right? From the UK. Yeah. Hello, Veshi. Oh, gosh, you're very late. Probably most of the readings have already gone. Okay. Hey, well, Robbie. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. All right. Okay. Hold on. I want to write that on. I want to put that in. Veshi is here. I just want to check in. I like to check people in. I can't help it. It's my obsession. Let's have a look. Oh, more. Wait a minute. Where are all these people coming from? We started hours ago, and the show is already full. I can't do too many more readings. We got Veshi and we got Noel. Oh, Miss Ludwig. Hold on. Let's see if I can say that. Okay. Let's just see how things go. We haven't taken any breaks or anything. I'm trying to get as many people as I can into the readings. All right, Getty, cards are shuffled. I'm just going to go again to the very last second so that you're a witness. So what's going on, okay? What's going on, Getty? Here we go. Let's cut it up. You know what to do. Even if you're a guy, you have invisible friends. You have angels, archangels, guardian angels, intern angels, romance angels, all of it. You have loved ones from the great beyond. They're all there. And they love to help out, okay? Here we go. Flirt. Oh gosh, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Getty. It's time to get out and about. I mean, I love having you here at the channel. I love hanging out here. I love having everybody hang out here. It's a great place to meet chicks. Right. But let's get back down to earth. You're over there in Germany, right? And you've got to consider your love life, okay? Now, it's great to hang out, get tarot readings and everything like that, but eventually you have to kind of get out there. Stuff has to happen, okay? Let's have a look. It says, and this is, all right. It says here, the romance angels guide you to initiate romance with flirtatiousness, which entails smiling with your eyes as you connect with others. Okay, so this is Tarot Lumination is not a dating site. Tarot Lumination is not how to score with chicks site. Tarot Lumination is not a training 12-step program on how to get attached. It's just a tarot channel, a tarot channel. Oh man. Okay. So anyway, the point is that okay, Joe, you're naturally kind of like a joker anyway. There's your other alias, Joe King. I think the message here is let's take it to the next level. You know, you're in a very nutritious place, a very, very good place, for the right place at the right time with the right people for the right reason. But you're over there in Germany, okay? And for like lovey-dovey stuff to happen, if you're not really hooked up already, or if you are hooked up already and things are a little bit, let's say, stale or flat, then it looks like there's a very powerful message. Like it's time to like up the game a little bit, do wacky, silly, fun stuff. Maybe if you can do party tricks at bars, whatever it is. Okay. Smiling at others with your eyes as you connect with others. Now, this doesn't necessarily involve sexuality, although it can. Flirting is playful in nature, and playfulness is the heart of romance. Now, if you're in a relationship, flirting with your partner can revive passion. If you're single, flirting as an activity can attract new friendship as well as a love relationship. I think it's perfectly normal, perfectly healthy, and a very natural thing to do. Flirting is natural. It's part of the courtship ritual. Okay. Drawing this card can simply mean that making more eye contact with other people will help you connect with those people. Eye contact is a very powerful form of communication. So this is especially true if you smile and say hello more often, especially at the same time. I will do the coaching training program. So you have to understand, Getty, we're going deep into the Terralumination systems here. I've written many, many, many books, as you know, about training to do all this lovey-dovey stuff. But what they're telling you here is to say hello with your eyes and to look at them at the same time like this. Hello. That's how you do it. Okay, that's being flirtatious. That's extreme flirtatiousness, but just imagine you're out and about and you're feeling a little bit lonely and you've decided that that particular person is the one that you want. That's how you do it. You just walk right up to them and you pull out a magic trick or something and you introduce yourself. You say, hello, I'm Getty. I would like to play some card tricks for you. I know you're a complete stranger, but that's okay. I don't mind. Okay, get it? Those are my tips. Those are tips from Terralumination. That's how this works, Getty, okay? So, let's see. Everyone you meet is a potential friend, and studies show that most people are introduced to their mates through mutual acquaintances. Therefore, form new friendships both as a way of meeting a new partner and to increase your enjoyment of life. Okay, so Getty, uh, I, I'm just going to hold on. Stay there. Stay there. Getty, I like to watch nature shows. I like those BBC nature programs all about the world and outer space and, weather and all those things, animals, plants, kingdoms, all that kind of stuff. And a very, very important part of the courtship ritual, even for plants, is like the flirting process. How plants make themselves very desirable and attractive for pollination. It's the same thing with human beings. And we can do that. You don't have to just have the coolest clothes. It's all about like your personality, your aura. Hey, you have an aura. So work to that stuff, okay? Do it the Getty way. Make it your own, custom crafted, unique Getty Schnickson personalized flirt. Okay? Do it. That's a command. That's an order. All right. So there you go. That's your reading, Getty. Hey, Primary, what's going on? Coming over here for fresh air? Oh. Frittily had a good idea. Ha, go and do some stand-up comedy at a bar. Or do an open mic night. Or even better, Getty, you could do karaoke. Girls love it. Guys love it when somebody has the nerve to go up on a karaoke stage and make a complete idiot of themselves. It's a really, really good way to become very popular very quickly. It is a form of flirting. It's an indirect form, okay? Thank you, Getty. Thank you very, very much. Next, Yulia. I just saw you on the screen, so I know you're here. I'm pretty sure I saw you. I'll leave the book here because we're going to come back to it in just a second. We're going to go straight on to your reading right now, Yulia, okay? So you don't have to say anything, Julia. It doesn't matter whether you're hooked up, whether you're married, single, whether you're deliberately single or happily connected. It kind of doesn't matter, okay? Now, I have to ask a question. Noelle, I'm very curious. Did I say that correctly? Noelle Mislewick? Is that how it sounds? That's kind of how an American would say it. I'm just guessing. Noelle Mislewick. Is that Czechoslovakian? Is that Polish? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I would love to know. I get very curious about these things. Let's have a look. All right, Julia, what's going on? I think, Frittily, it's time for you to do some coaching in flirting. How to win friends, lovers, partners, and mates through the art of flirting. How to do embarrassing things, and then it's like an instruction book. Look for the one who laughs at all your jokes, especially the lame ones. Not the lame people, the lame jokes. Oh, Noel, interesting. So you must know Getty. So, Noel, you're in Germany too. Cool. Did I tell you, Noel? I actually have French blood and German blood. So there you go. I don't think I have any Polish in me. All right, Julia, here we go. This is it. All right, let's see what's coming up for you, Julia. Julia, you're over in Romania, which is over here. I know you're in Romania. Don't they have lots, isn't it? They have lots of old castles and things in Romania, don't they? Let's have a look. All right. Bavaria. Oh. Oh, you're in Bavaria. So I know about Bavaria. I'll tell you everything I know about Bavaria. BMW, Bavarian Motor Works. BMW. They have their factories over there in Bavaria. All right, here we go. This is it. This is your card, Julia. No, I'm going to do it some more. I need more. Hold on. Oh, Frittily, yes. Yes. Noel, meet Getty. Getty, meet Noel. How sweet is that? All right, now we're going to do it. Okay, this is now your cut, your card. All right, here we go, Julia, okay? Hey, Karen, I just saw you. Greetings, good morning. You know, it's 9 o'clock. Are you just having your morning coffee? Your long black? Take a long black? Here we go. Flirt. Oh my gosh. Julia, it's the same message. What's happening here? Julia, Julia, it says flirt. It's the same message. This is what Getty just had, okay? Extend your light-hearted energy to others, okay? La. Okay, so it kind of works like this. Okay, I'm going to share with you some of my deepest secrets from my uh, love and romance training camp, okay? So here we are at the Lumination Love and Romance Training Camp. This is the sort of thing that you would find if you were deep in the month-long program where you go into intensive training, where we act it out. There's people over here, there's people over here, and we go through training sessions about flirting. So you walk up, someone else goes over here, hello, and the other person goes, oh, hello, and we start from there. And then the next person goes, hello, do you mind if I tell you a joke? I'm very interested in you. You are very attractive to me. I think my sense of humor and flirtatiousness would really advance the possibility of our love and relationship. How do you feel about that? Obviously, it's not going to work, right? So you have to be very, very subtle. Very, very subtle, okay? People appreciate that. Gosh, Julia, what are we going to do? Are you like, it's kind of not fair in a way, because it depends what kind of culture you're in, but where I live, there's a lot of girl power. There's a lot of women who are very self-empowered. They have amazing jobs, make a ton of money. They don't need boyfriends. They don't need girls. They don't need anything. They can just buy what they want. It's very frightening and very intimidating for a lot of people. It's very hard to play the mating game because it used to be the other way around. Men controlled and owned and did everything, but now it's flipped around. And so, like, so if you're in Romania, I don't know what the culture is like there for dating, like how people do it, whether everything is just kind of very, I know, out in the open, or people like have like experimental relationships, and then eventually they find like a person of substance. I don't know what happens. I mean, it's different wherever you go, but for you, Yulia, when it says that flirt message, well, actually, let's go back to the stage. Let's do this properly. This is a very professional channel, by the way, and we do offer good service here. Good readings. Thank you very much. All right, so let me just go over it quickly again with you so you don't get denied your reading. It's the same message. I'm going to read it just as quickly, directly again, but the feel is different, okay? So now you're getting your own reading properly. It says here, the romance angels guide you to initiate romance with flirtatiousness, which entails smiling with your eyes as you connect with others. Now you're a girl, all right? Yulia, I believe, is a girl's name. And so it's basically hinting here, go back to the very, very, very old-fashioned way that, people do things like with courtship and relationships. And, you know, people would look for eye contact. Okay, it says here, smiling with your eyes as you connect with others. Did you understand, Yulia, just the tiniest amount of flirting? Like, you know how people smile with their eyes? Just the slightest tiny glimpse. Eye contact is very, very powerful. It's a form of body language. You don't have to say anything or do anything. Let's say, Yulia, you're just out living your life and you feel this attraction to someone, and you feel it would be appropriate that they would want to approach you, instead of just sitting there like in a secret bubble, it's perfectly healthy and normal to just indicate even the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest bit of flirtatiousness, which could be just a tiny glimpse from the eyes, okay? Just the tiniest little thing. So it doesn't necessarily involve sexuality. Okay, it can, but flirting is playful in nature. It's so, so important to have fun. It's important to have fun in relationships, and you can start that. You can be the initiator. And playfulness is actually at the heart of romance, okay? So again, Yulia, in the astrology, the fifth house is to do with true love and romance. Seventh is more marriage. Third is more to do with like hooking up. Eighth house is more what happens inside the marriage. But with the fifth house, it's all about the fun. It's the fun of being in love. It's the fun of falling in love. It's the fun of courtship. It's the fun of chasing someone. It's the fun of being chased by someone. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be deliciously satisfying. And if it isn't, then you have a problem. Okay? So if you're in a relationship, flirting with your partner can revive passion. If you're single, flirting can attract new friendship as well as a love relationship. In other words, flirting, you can even apply that to something platonic, okay? Drawing this card can simply mean that making more eye contact with others will help you connect with people, especially if you're very shy. Julie, if you're very, very shy, it might take a lot of practice to do flirting with your eyes, okay? It's a very powerful tool for women. This is especially true if you smile and say hello more often. Everyone you meet is a potential friend, and studies show that most people are introduced to their mates through mutual acquaintances. Therefore, form new friendships both as a way of meeting a new partner and simply to increase your enjoyment of life. Fun breeds fun, love breeds love. Okay? So, to me, it feels like I'm asking you to to do something risky. Okay, it's actually when it says flirt. Okay, when it says flirt, it's actually a hidden message is to Yulia, take a risk, do something that you wouldn't normally do because it puts you at risk. People don't like to fail, so they don't put themselves in a situation where they can fail. Okay? It's very easy to fail in love and romance. That's why people are so guarded and so protective and so careful because they don't want the hurt and the pain. Nobody wants to hurt from romantic failure. But how are you going to get the love? Okay, so at some point it takes risk. Being loving and being loved is guaranteed to include risk. Okay, if you want big love, you have to be willing to risk big pain. It's a three-dimensional world. It's a world of polarity. Night, day. Yes, no. On, off. Black, white. Full moon, new moon. And it's never ending. So if you want to live your life as a complete flat line and everything is just a bunch of habits strung together, you can do that. But you'll end up wondering at the end of the day, where was the love? Okay? It's almost like you got to go get it. Even if it's just a tiny flirt. But don't do it the way Getty does it. Don't do that hello stuff. No, just in a very, very gentle, feminine way. You just need one little tiny blink and flutter of the eyes to the right person at the right time and see what happens. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Julia. All right, let's put this together. Julia, next we have Love Triber. Now, Love Triber, did you actually type it in? I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, Love Triber, can you type it in and let me know which deck you want? Let me put the names of the decks out here. First of all, I just got to clean this up. Stay there. Don't go away. See, Fritily's coming out with some nuggets of wisdom today. So I'm going to just check in for a moment here. So, Love Triber and everyone else, we've still got a couple more readings. We've got Love Triber, and then we've got Debs, and then we've got KS. KS, if you're still here, can you remind us? Type it in and let me know which deck that you would like. I've got 5 decks on offer. Psychic growth, like if you're struggling with your expanding spiritual consciousness, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, we can deal with that here. If you're already way up in the clouds and you want to come back down to earth a bit, the Gaia deck will help you. If you're wondering about romantic issues, relationship issues, romance angels. If you're struggling with deep internal warfare, go for the power of surrender. If you want messages from nature, pick the nature's whispers, okay? So I will see, but let me just check in. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, there's a lot of people who are not going to get a reading. Let's just face it, okay? You just got to face it, okay? You're there. King A, you're there. Got it? Don't cry, oh man, don't cry. Ouch. Okay. Hey, Precious, I just saw your name on the screen. Hey, what's going on? Precious Moments is here, people. Love Triber. Love Triber, type it in. If you're not here, I'm just going to pick something for you, okay? I'm going to put you on the clock. Hold on, let me just check. All right, we've got Love Triber, Debs, and KS. Okay, I've got 3 more readings, and that's probably going to be it. I'm not sure if I can handle any more. I have to. My voice is very fragile at the moment. I've been doing a lot of readings, and I have to be very careful. I have to kind of like, you know, I have to do a little bit of nursing. Love Triber, Love Triber, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Hey, Tanya. Oh, oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so Love Triber, I don't see you here, so I'm guessing you fell asleep in the hearth room. And so we're just going to do your reading anyway. I'm going to do Nature's Whispers, okay? What is it that nature has to tell you? I know you're in some very, let's say, important situations right now because of your previous readings and things. Thank you for sharing and everything. And I hope we're helping on all of this. And but I want to just add a little bit of sweetness here. This is a beautiful new deck. We started this last week. Hey, Karen, celebrating. It stopped raining. Yeah. So, Love Triber, I'm going to give you a little card from Nature's Whispers, okay? Yes. If I can't handle the readings, maybe Fritterly will take on a few Egyptian temple cards for people, whatever the subject might be, because we'll see what happens, okay? We'll do what we can, all right? Excuse me. Okay. All right, Love Trapper, we have a message for you from Nature's Whispers. Let's have a look. Let's cut it all up. I'm going to do all of this for you, okay? I'm going to ask my invisible friends to get to your invisible friends and surround you with your loved ones from the great beyond, knowing that you are safe and guided and protected, okay? Here we go. Here's the message. Empowerment, okay? It's a beautiful card. I'll try to describe it because you can't see everything, you know, with this camera. So there she is. It's almost like she's just rising up out of earth, like a new, like a plant, almost like a plant, okay? Like an amazing new plant that never existed before. The sun is coming up. There's a massive rainbow over here, way in the background. There's huge mountain landscapes over here, oceans, and then some old-fashioned rowing boats that are sailing through very turbulent waters. There's monumental lightning here. There's volcanoes. There's tons and tons of smoke, flames, and fire. There's nature. There's plants. Okay? There are people here on horseback who are riding through a forest, and there are 2 people in very old-fashioned, uh, like old-fashioned dress and hats, walking through nature. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book. It's empowerment. Okay, Love Triber, this is for you. I know there's a lot at stake in your life right now. Let's have a look. The moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of the earth is at hand. This moment is at hand. To me, it's very much about, the way I'm sensing this is about opening up into your like full power and accepting your full power, understanding that whatever is happening for a certain reason for you to grow and blossom and evolve and adapt to be more awesome than ever before. And it could be under intense pressure, okay? So if you look at her, it's a very beautiful energy, but it's obviously there's a tremendous amount of pressure surrounding her, okay? But that's sometimes how we grow. We grow and evolve under pressure, okay? Tune into the deep well of compassion that slips over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come. Do not be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take, take it. Okay? To me, uh, this is the full moon. Okay? It's happening right now. It's an Aquarius Leo axis, so I know that has a significance for you. And I think things are coming to light here. Things happen in the way they do for certain reasons, and you could call it destiny or fate or randomness. Some people have a very like Zen random perception of the world, and like it doesn't matter whether things are good or bad, uh, ugly or rich, poor, mean, whatever happens. Things are the way they are. Everything is exactly as it should be. And why? It's because it can't be any other way. It's basically physics. It's literally the laws of physics, okay? So with that thing there, Love Triber, to me it feels like you're kind of in a vortex. Okay, I'm just going to check in with you here. When I was reading that card for you, I kept feeling as though like you're almost in this space here with me, where it's very, very much, there's a lot of freedom here, there's a lot of openness, and I'm taking full advantage of the energy of the full moon, and I'm riding it as though I was like an expert surfer. I'm not really a surfer. I mean, I body surfed, and the surf beaches are just right down the street from me. But I'm actually physically quite frail, and I can't take the pounding, so I don't do it. I've tried, but it just didn't work. But my feeling is that to me, it feels like what's happening right now is like a kind of a very zen, like very, very kind of like super, like a spiritually supercharged energy that's around you right now, and like you have put yourself in that vortex for these things to happen, and things that are going to come out of it in ways that you might not have ever imagined before, but it will be for your benefit. It's about empowerment, self-empowerment, and probably in ways that you can't actually see yet. It's only by living through the steps of the circumstances and the events that seem to be putting so much pressure on your life, our lives, that you can attain this higher perspective and get into your power. Okay, so I see it as an unfolding thing. It's going to take time. Okay, okay, we can check in later. Thank you so much, Love Triber. I've got to do some more readings. So I'm going to put that over here. I did Nature's Whispers for you. And you'll see this on the action replay later. Thank you, Love Triber. Next up, we have Debs. Okay, Debs has already chosen in advance the Gaia deck. Thank you very much. Let's have a look here. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong deck. Pardon me. We're going to go for the Gaia deck. I love this deck. It's very soothing. It brings everything into perspective, brings things down to earth, and makes you feel like things are okay after all. Even if you're in a state of turmoil, chaos, upheaval, confusion, pain, loss, suffering, whatever it is, this is very soothing, like having a healing balm, like having a very loving person who comes up to you and says, puts their arm around your shoulder and says, you know what, Debs, it's okay. Yeah, a bunch of shit has happened. More stuff is going to happen, but you're okay, okay? You're going to be okay. The world is what it is. Bad stuff happens, good stuff happens. And it goes back and forth and back and forth. Attitude of gratitude, of course, is very important. People have to train themselves into the attitude of gratitude. Because for a lot of people, it doesn't come naturally. Okay? We're born into a world of so much fear and hatred, and we try to conduct ourselves as though everything is okay, but there are many people, like in the United States right now, this whole country is traumatized. Everybody is walking around waiting to blow their fuses. Some people, they do blow their fuses. All the mass shootings that we have over here, the devastation that happens through the weather, the devastation that happens in people's lives because of finances, and the way the banking systems work. People can be devastated from their jobs, of all sorts of things. And there are a lot of places that are traumatized around the world, but America, my perception is that America itself is a highly traumatized country, and it is going to um, have to deal with that. Debs, you're over here in jolly old England. I can't remember exactly where. All right, Deb, let's have a look. What are the messages that we have for you today from Tarot Lumination on this lovely show that we have that we can share with everybody? I just do this because I love to do it. It's kind of like a gesture of kindness. It's like just giving free samples, like when you go to a grocery store and like every Wednesday morning they have like a free sampler section. That's what we're doing here. Trying to win your hearts. Oh, here's your card. The Search. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it from here, but her eyes are very penetrating. Okay? It's almost like looking at one of those, I talked about how I like to watch those nature shows, especially like if they're going into an indigenous tribe or something, where people are very close to nature and they're very tuned into nature. And they listen to all of their senses. Their whole body is a sense organ. It's not just their head. So many people, like in Western societies, we live so much in our head, and our body is just an appendage. But with her, it's like her whole body is like a transceiver. Let's go to the message here. It says, feeling lost, confused, lonely. All right? The Search. Let's have a look. Don't be scared, all right? Don't be scared, Debs. All right, this is for you, Debs. The days of our lives are forever changing, just like the four seasons of nature. Spring follows summer, then come autumn and winter, and then the cycle starts once again. At present, you are symbolically experiencing a winter season, even though it's summer in England. Life seems dreary, and it feels as if everything has come to a halt. You may be feeling a sense of loneliness and confusion, and it feels like you might have lost your way, searching for answers that do not appear to come, wanting to know why, and yearning for new inspirations. When will your passion and excitement for life return? Well, the answer to your question is soon. Without a doubt, spring always follows winter. Look at the lady on this card. Notice how she looks out to the horizon, searching and yearning, unaware that the first rays of sunlight are just beginning to glow from behind her. Very soon now, the light will shine upon you, and a new cycle will begin, full of new ideas, new inspirations, perhaps even a new love of some kind. Okay? It's actually a very beautiful card. It's really beautiful. I wish I could show you the whole thing really like with an amazing camera or something. It's just gorgeous. I don't really feel like it's necessary for me to expand on the notes here too much more. Let me just go over. I want to check in with you, Debs. Hold on. So, you know, I talk about, hey, let's blame it on the planets. So when I look at a person's chart, for example, I can see periods where you could call it like winter or summer or whatever. It shows up very clearly on the charts, okay? Sometimes it's the way we're built, that will show on the chart. Sometimes it's the way we're built and how we are interacting with the planets as they're moving right now. Either way, it's just so similar to like watching the Weather Channel. And so with the message here, like even though it might be technically summer in the United Kingdom, let's just say if the cards are sensing that you're in actually a winter period, that will show up on your chart. I could probably look at the Saturn components, for example, or if there's any strong, hard T-squares transiting you right now, something like that, okay? It might be something to do with the full moon itself, okay? The Leo-Aquarius axis, for all we know, it might be a very sensitive trigger point in your chart, okay? But these two will change. The movement of the planets changes just like the weather. It just never stops. You know, we've got these things that circulate around us. They orbit, 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 and they're always changing the weather. That's why I call it the weather. Okay? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm just checking the screen here. Let me go back to the stage so I can do it more clearly. Okay, so let's say, yes, I'm coming out after my healing. Ready. Oh, okay. Okay, so you know when I'm talking about climate, I'm talking about astrological climate relative to your internal settings, like your internal profile, your astrological identity, your spiritual identity, your soul identity, and how you are, where you are in your spiritual journey in life. All of those kinds of things. Okay. Thanks, Debs. I hope that helped you. I hope that helped. I just got to clear this up. Again, I keep feeling like I have to go back to these nature shows. What is wrong? So, have you ever seen those nature shows, like meerkats, or some kind of nature show when they talk about big bears and they go into hibernation? They actually do deliberately start looking for signs. Okay, it happens. We're biologically programmed to look for signs and hints that the spring is coming, the healing, the new life, the new growth, the new birth, all of that. But we're also, it's like we're designed to look for it, we're designed to expect it, it's programmed into our DNA. But when we're going through, when we're actually living in those so-called winter periods or the hibernation periods, or like you were talking about, going through a healing, that might translate into you as what you could call a winter season. Like, you know, it might not be that much fun. But the message is that we're coming out of this very gently, okay? Just be very gentle with yourself right now, okay, Debs? All right, let's keep going. Thanks, Debs. Sleep well. All right. Next up, KS. I can't remember if KS is still here. Probably long gone by now. I can't remember. KS, where are you? If you're still here, KS, could you please let us know? Type in on the screen. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are still here. I think what's happening, there's a pattern developing here now with if people realize they're going to be really late before they get their reading, they're just going to check out, leave the show, and then go back and watch it on the replay. Why not? That's what I would do. Unless, of course, you like hanging out. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I'm noticing that sometimes the readings resonate with a lot of other people besides the actual star. KS is here. Thank you very much. KS, I'm going to put this in front of you like we did earlier. Just give me a second. Oh, you've already answered it. You want the Angels deck. Okay, Romance Angels. Is that correct? The Romance Angels deck. Okay. King A wants to be KS. All right. So let me just make sure. KS wants the Angel deck, the Romance Angels deck. Okay. So it's about love and relationship. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. I'm just clearing this one up. All right. KS, hold on. Wait for me. Thank you. Romance Angels. Yes, we got it. You know, we've been doing this for a couple of months now with the Wellness Wednesday, and it's funny how it goes in shifts and waves. Like some of them, it's just wall to wall psychic stuff, psychic growth and healing. Sometimes it's all about earth messages, but we've had a large dominance of the Romance Angels this time. Okay, yes, you're cut off from a friend. Oh. Oh, is that something malicious? Is that a willing thing? Is it simply circumstantial? In other words, someone else had to go somewhere else and then you're cut off? Or is it one of those social media deletion things? Whatever it is, okay? Yeah, good night, Debs. Take care. Hope to see you soon. All right, KS. You were cut off from a friend. Now, the way you've written it here, it's easy to misinterpret. Like, were you cut off from a friend? Are you cut off from a friend? Did you cut off the friend? Did the friend cut you off? That kind of thing. Because you've already kind of opened the door to like an issue, a subject thing, and so I feel I need a bit more clarity here. It's circumstantial. Oh, okay. So there's nothing malicious going on, okay? It's just circumstantial. It's like if somebody had to move to another town or another country and you just can't hang out together anymore. Not in the way that you might like or normally be used to. Okay. So it's circumstantial. Okay, I got it. All right, so let's just say that your reading is about that. Maybe it isn't. Maybe some other message will come up, KS, because I don't really like to force the readings in any way. I'm simply an instrument. I'm an instrument of an instrument, and I try to help out as much as I can. So let's have a look. Okay, this is for KS. The concern that KS has right now is the loss of a friend, circumstantial loss of a friend. Let's keep it very simple here. I would say cozy up with yourself right now, KS. Comfort yourself, love thyself as much as possible. Probably more than you've ever done before. Sometimes, hold on. Okay, I'm getting a bit carried away now, but about relationships. Like, there are certain relationships that you don't really have any say over it. There are the people who birthed you, the people who raise you. These are not relationships of choice. They are not from a 3D perspective. Yes, from heaven, yes, we chose all that and everything, our spiritual contracts and everything before we're born and so on. But here in our three-dimensional lives, it's, there are different categories, like sleeping around is different from true love and romance. True love and romance is different from marriage. Marriage is different from living together, and so on and so on. There are different dynamics. Friendship is different from lovers. Okay? Friendships are often chosen relationships where you can choose and unchoose them. Some friends last a lifetime. Some friends are like they call fair weather friends. Some friends are there, they just love you no matter what. Okay? So I just wanted to put like, because other people are watching this as well, KS, I just wanted to put a termination bit of a clarifier around it when we're talking about the word friend. Okay? So let's get back to you. And now you're cut off circumstantially. Okay. Let's have a look, see what it says here. All right, KS, let's have a look. I can relate, by the way, KS. Actually, before I get into this, if you don't mind, KS, I'm taking advantage of your time at the moment. In the last few years, I've had a couple of huge losses for myself in terms of dearest friends. I only have a very tiny circle of friends in my life here, in my three-dimensional life. And I really only had two guy friends, and that was it. One of them, a few years ago, about 2 years ago, moved out to Palm Springs, which is technically, oh, it's just over there because it's part of Los Angeles almost. But the reality is it's like going to another country, okay? It's very far away from me. And the other thing is that my dear friend Brian died last year, almost exactly a year ago. So my guy buddies, I don't really have any guy buddies left in Los Angeles. So I'm very, very cut off as well. So I understand what it's like to feel cut off from your friends, the ones that you really love, your chosen ones. They love you no matter what. You love them no matter what. Okay? It's sad. It's tragic. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Let's go back. Now, I think I just cut that, but I'm not going to trust myself. So here we go. Let's have a look. Thank you, KS. I try not to think about it too much. But every now and again, I get sentimental, and I really miss my guy buddies. Seriously, seriously. Here's your card, KS. New love. Now this came up, I think, earlier for somebody. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so you might not have expected to get this at all, KS, but we're going to read it anyway. A lot of the times, you know, the messages that come out of the cards, the oracles that come out of the books are not what you would expect. So I'm hoping you keep an open mind here, all right, KS? It might be one of those tragic situations where you lose a friend and to gain a friend. And it's almost like, well, what are you going to do now? It's really, really important to have a couple of friends in your life, literally physical people where you can go and hang out. Like, hey, can I come over? I'm feeling really crappy right now. We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. Do you want to go get a coffee somewhere? Little things like that. That's really, really important stuff, okay? And you might be concerned about all of that right now because of the loss of the friend. But there might be a hidden message here about new love. All right, let's have a look. Now, you don't have to tell us anything if there is something and you're blushing and it's very, very new, it's secret, it's quiet, or you're considering having to do something about the loss of the friend. What now? What now? What now? Let's have a look. It says here, the romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Perhaps you've recently met this person and your interest was piqued. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore this, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, you would want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will soon weigh heavily upon you. It's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. Okay, so these are awkward messages, KS. They're coming out like on a tangent from the side. Okay, this card can also mean that you will soon meet a new person. In this case, the romance angels are asking you to keep faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love and you are lovable. The angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. Now, we could translate that into a friend. I know, in other words, it's very tragic. Okay, look at it this way. Okay, KS, hold on. I'm going to try and put a positive spin on things, like, the loss of a friend, circumstantial losses. Well, guess what? You now have us, okay? You've got everybody here, okay? This is a good place to be. We are loving, we are loved, okay? We're all instruments of love and healing here. We constantly bring in the healing power of love and share that. Being loving and being loved, okay? It's like perhaps the loss of this friend is kind of like a wake up, like, oh my gosh, you have to open up. You have to open your heart up to new. You have to open up your heart to the new and allow that to happen. Yes, it means putting your heart at extreme risk, okay? Like, what now? What now? What now? What now? Like almost like the worst thing you could do is isolate yourself, and you could go in a tailspin about the loss of a friend, but if it's a truly loving friend, they love you, you love them, and you care for each other, then they would want you to have a new friend. They would want you to, you know, go through the grieving, even if it's just a little thing, maybe there's not a lot of intense pain. Just go through the grieving, allow yourself to go through, and then you allow yourself to come out again, like literally like a coming out, opening the heart area so that you can attract love. Use the laws of attraction, okay? The laws of attraction are, it's like, you have to be that way from within, okay? So you have to take the risk upon yourself. Being loving, being loved, it means you have to take the bold risk of being loving, okay? I know you can do it, KS. I know you can do it. Being loving and being loved. That goes for friendship too. Okay, KS, thank you very much. What's this? Hold on, there's some new. Wait a minute. We're basically at the end of the show. People, so right now I'm going to hang out. I can't handle any more readings. We've done a ton of readings, and my voice is very fragile right now, and I have a ton of more readings to do. So that it's all kind of behind the scenes. Hold on, let me. I just saw them. Just bear with me. I'm going to have to go through the chat things because I saw some new people, and I want to introduce myself. And I want you to get you on the list. Hold on. All right, let's have a look. I'm just going to pull out my magic list here on, of course, one of my magic clipboards. I have 4 now. We're probably going to have to get even more clipboards. So give me a moment here. I love doing this. I can't help it. It's a kind of a compulsion of mine. I'm a list maker. Oh, you're making me blush. Wait a minute, that's not to me. I was talking about King A. I wasn't conversing with K. I'm sorry. Now I just saw, who was that? Hold on. I just saw, I've got Noel over here already. Evil's dog. I knew. I saw you. Evil's dog. Hello, Evil's dog. Greetings. Thank you. And Trud, Udelkus. Is that Udelkus Gilbert? Hello, Udelkus and Evil's dog. Hello, Evil's dog. Good day. You're new to the channel. Well, welcome. Guess what? You're in a very good place with very good people. Yes. And who's Uganda Hacks? Hello, Uganda Hacks. Yes. Okay. Oh. So something about Noel being scared. Believe me, Noel, if there's something telling you, don't do it. Whatever it is, I can tell you from experience that if you're getting a strong feeling that there's something to do with this travel and it's not good for you, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? I'm not going to tell you the details of the hows and whys. Okay? You got to trust your heart. There's a reason that we have fear in our system. It doesn't mean you have to live your whole life in fear, but you know, the way things work with human beings, some of the people who are here are very, very sensitive. And you can pick up, you know, if you're living, if you're like, pretend like, I don't know, pretend you're a mother and you live over here and you have a teenage child who lives over here and something traumatic happens with that child, you can feel it. Some mothers will feel that in real time, just as it's happening. And they know something bad's happening. And the same goes with like psychic impressions. Noel, if you are, you know, if you have, let's say, psychic tendencies, if you have tendencies to be, you know, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, very intuitive, all of those things, trust that stuff, okay? Please, please. It's almost like the worst thing you could do is pretend that that stuff doesn't exist and then just go along to get along and just to be socially, you know, correct. No, no, no. Love thyself. Love thyself, Noel. Okay? Seriously, Noel? Seriously? All right, let's have a look. And did I miss anybody? Have I missed anybody? I think we got it. I think I got everybody. All right. So I'm going to just hang out a little bit, have a little bit of a sip of water with you guys. It's really good the way you guys help each other, by the way, because I can't do everything here. And it's like a support group. It's almost like we have this kind of support group community thing. I love it. I have to be very, very careful now on this channel. I don't really want to talk about it too much because it draws in like the negative energy. But there are certain things that happened to the channel where I have to be extremely careful about the words and the language and the presentation. And because things happen here that don't happen on other tarot channels, and I'm having to get used to that, and it's very tough at times, quite challenging. So hold on, I want to check in with you. Now I can't see the screens too well on the monitors here, but I'll do the best that I can. Thank you all for visiting. It's been a pleasure. And what I was trying to hint is that, you know, we were just doing one reading at a time, but sometimes the readings resonate to other people. I thought it was very strange that we had several repeat readings for different people. So there's a strong message. Sometimes there's a strong theme that has to come out on the show that wants to be communicated through the show. And Terra Lumination is basically a conduit. Okay, that's what we do here. And I just want to keep the flow going. Just trying to keep the show going. It's the show is operating under incredible duress, and it's nothing to do with you guys. It's nothing to do with Terra Lumination. There are circumstances going on here behind the scenes which make it very, very challenging to run the channel, to keep the channel going. Extreme. It's very extreme pressure. So I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm very grateful to have you all here. So I have to do the reach out thing. Please, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And when you do subscribe, you know what to do. You ding the bell. You click that bell, okay? It's very important, because that's how you get your notifications. You can subscribe all you want, but absolutely nothing will happen to you as a subscriber unless you ding that bell, okay? They made a lot of big changes here inside YouTube over the last few months regarding subscribership, the way it works, the way notifications work, the way reach outs work, the way impressions work, the way click-through works, the way people get their notifications. And we do what we can, all right? We do what we can. So what I'd like to do is invite everybody to subscribe. If you're really interested, you can check out all the links below. You can find out how to become an actual member. Being a member is different than being a subscriber. There are a few perks that come with being a member. And it's kind of like what we do here already, but it's private. We have a whole world all to ourselves. It's completely private, and we do whatever we want. Things that we can't do here on the channel. Okay, so it's a really sweet place. So I'm inviting you to take advantage of that. Okay. I know it's very late for a lot of you, so let's wrap it up. I'm going to put on a little bit of music and chill out with you guys until we all drift off to sleep. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to go over here. Give me a second. I'm going to play a song that I hardly ever play. It's kind of mellow and soft. It's called Chasing Rainbows. Okay. I wrote this a long time ago. Hold on. I got to make sure I can type here. It's kind of slow. It's kind of like the way I wrote it, I was hoping it would be sung by a choir, and very slowly and very gently, like if it was like an oldie worldy English hymn. You know, if anyone's still here from England, you know how they love to go to their Church of England churches, and they sing lots of hymns, and everybody really gets into it. It's like having a really good sing-song, you know? It's fantastic. And I wrote this to try and be like a little hymn. It's called Chasing Rainbows. Okay.
Sun's rays shine upon me. Clouds are shifting, storms are clearing. Step out from your shadow and listen to the voices that you are hearing. There's a pot of gold standing there below. You're not wasting time chasing rainbows. Watch the raindrops glitter glitter. See the 7 colors shimmer. Walk out from your shadows and listen to the voices that you are hearing. There's a pot of gold standing there below. You're not wasting time chasing rainbows. May the spirits shine upon you in return for what you've given, and light the world around you, and cast the rays of hope that make it worth living. There's a pot of gold standing there below. You're not wasting time chasing rainbows. You're not wasting time chasing rainbows. You're not wasting time chasing your rainbows. You're not wasting time chasing your rainbows.
All right, I'm going to play another song. This is a little Tarot Lumination song. I'm going to try and keep it on a sweet high note, okay? Hope you don't mind. It's called I Am Guided. Okay, hold on. I got to stop it. It was playing again. It's called I Am Guided. Hold on. Give me a second. Jeepers, man. I'm typing. Okay. Here's another little song for you. I wrote this basically to help myself.
I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. When the light of hope it fades, when all faith is blown away, when all sense of trust goes down, when a smile turns into frown, when it feels there's no relief, nothing in which to believe, desperate in woe and grief, angels come reminding me, I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. Angels gather close to me, show me what I cannot see. Angels take me by the hand, lift me when I cannot stand. Angels lead me through the dark, soothe and tend a broken heart, laughing at the circumstance, crying while we sing and dance. distance. I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected.
I'm going to play another song. Just going to play another song and we'll kind of wrap it out of here.
Guided, I am
Hold
protected.
on. Give me a second. Because I can see some of you are still figuring things out there. I don't want to interfere, but we're going to have to get going soon. Here we go. This is called Because I Care. Because I care. That's why. The coda goes like this. It's like two songs in one. Song version 1 and then song version 2.
Let's dissolve our pain and get out of danger. Heal all the wounds and cure all the anger. I'll be the doctor, you be the patient. Here is your medicine, I'll help you take it. No, it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. It wipes out the fear and makes you live longer. It's not a lotion, it's no magic potion. It's just a dose of love in the moment. I'll watch you while you're lying there, while your eyes are closed and your heart is bare. Perfectly still, but still aware. And I'm right here because I care, because I care. Holding your hand, I know you can feel me. I'll talk in a whisper, I know you can hear me. When you awaken, when we are conscious, totally healed and cured, just watch this. No more weeping, no more sadness. Gone is the fighting, gone is the madness. We can choose to become alive or just disappear or become survivors. I'll watch you while you're lying there, while your eyes are closed and your heart is bare. Perfectly still, but still aware. And I'm right here because I care, because I care. We're not gonna let you go down in flames. No, no, no. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do this right. not a lotion, it's no magic potion. It's just a dose of love in the moment. I'll watch you while you're lying there. Na 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 na. While your eyes are closed and your heart is there. Na 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 na. Perfectly still, but still alive. And I'm right here because I care. Because I care. Holding your hand, I know you can feel me. I'll talk in a whisper, I know you can hear me. When you awaken, when we are conscious, totally healed and cured. Just watch this. No more weeping, no more sadness.